Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fabio Palvelli and I'm a designer. Every week on this channel I share a little bit of my life on video, as well as tips and tricks on how to be a better designer, a better visualizer, a better person, a decent human being. First of all, I want to say welcome back. It's been a while since my last uploads. My last video was about a trip that I did to Iceland with my dad. A little bit of a different video from the videos that I usually upload, but that's okay. Sometimes I like to share that part of my life with you guys. And it also helps me building better memories that then I can experience again, you know, with my friends and family. Anyway, the D2 conference took place in Vienna about a month ago. It was an incredible success. About 420 people came from all over the world, like literally, to celebrate what to me is the best profession on the planet, which is ArchViz. Anyway, this week we're going to talk about portfolios, and the reason why we're going to do this is because frankly I'm running out of ideas, and unless you want to see me cooking Italian food and make tutorials about Fortnite, which I never actually really played and I have zero knowledge about, jokes aside, I get quite a few emails every week of people that ask me to review their work. Now, when it comes to reviewing work, for those who are trying to get better at making ArchViz images, or for those artists that maybe are trying to get a better job, the trick to making a good portfolio is to give as much information as possible without being too repetitive and kind of showing a wide range of skills that you might have, and you should be able to tie all your images together with coherence. Very often the portfolios that I get to look at, they're made of single images, which are sometimes very good, but they don't really show the capability of a person to be able to keep that kind of style and production for the whole project through. And this is something that employers are very often looking for in a project, or when you present a project to them. So today, to kind of describe the perfect portfolio, I'm going to use a portfolio that was given to me by Guillherme Pinheiro of AX2 Studio in Australia. I've had the chance to meet Guillherme in Vienna. He came to the D2 conference and he brought with him these beautifully crafted, you want to call it magazine, because that's the feeling that it has. And it's basically a single project presentation made into a practical thin booklet, which is very elegant, and we're going to look at this in details. Now, this is not only a very good way to show your work to your clients, but it is also a very good way to deliver sort of value to your clients. With the people that I work with, my consulting clients, we kind of have two of these booklets coming out every year. One after the summer and one around the period of February, March. You deliver something like this to one of your clients, say an architect, the architect will be able to use this as a reference for their own projects. They will have the possibility to look at the pictures from a booklet like this and say, you know, maybe this is the direction that we want to go with. And eventually, if an architect or a real estate developer will use your booklet as a reference, if you make it clear that this belongs to you and this is the type of service that you do, they will be more likely to get in touch and to talk to you. This is also a very smart thing to do during conferences. If you make something like this, you can hand it to some studio directors, people that, you know, come to these events looking for talents. It's a very nice format, it fits in a backpack, it's very elegant, and it doesn't feel like something that you want to throw away. I think it's enough of this stuff. Now let's go and take a look at the portfolio itself. Okay, so this is the portfolio that Guillherme gave me. Actually, I should make a little disclaimer. Guillherme said that this isn't really a portfolio, but rather a project that came out very well, and he decided to make a magazine out of it. Now, this is a very clever way to present to a client something that you're very proud of, and I think it's actually something that every single designer or company should actually do a couple of times a year, just to keep your clients, you know, just to remind them that you are there and that you're working to get better and to do better stuff. Something like this adds value to the work of your client, because your client can actually use it as a reference. You know, they can open up the pages, they can look at it and they can say, oh, we have a very similar idea, we like how this was presented, let's move in this direction. And they can use it as some sort of like precedent of work. Now, I'm jumping a little bit ahead of myself. Let's go back to the beginning. So let's take a look and let's see how this was done. So I really like the double spread, with like on one side the image and on the other an introduction in this case, but you'll see later there are also like parts of the description of the project, which I think really do help people understanding what you were trying to achieve. I really like the fact that, you know, the whole project was presented and equalized in terms of quality output. Let me just see. Okay, I see here it's 31 pages. The feel, you see, it's very thick, so there is a very good quality feel to it. The pages are like very nice to touch. The image, it's very clean, sharp. It's very well done, I have to say. Okay, so after the introduction you find a double spread. Maybe I'm forcing it a little bit too much. This is coming apart. Beautiful image, I like the composition. Architecture, there is a description set at the top of a hill, so an introduction to the project. I really like the mood of this project as well. Now, this is a very important thing that I want to point out. Blank spaces, this is not a sign of laziness. This is space that you have to give to people in order to focus their attention on the main image. This is a trick that we used also in the past when we were doing images. Very good, because, you know, there isn't much to it, you just focus on the image. And in this case, I really like the composition, the fact that the image seems dynamically moving towards the right. I really love this tree. Really great mood, Guillermo, I have to say. Double spread, this is a fantastic image. I really like the fact that, you know, after giving a little bit of a break to the brain, you jumped into this huge image. It's a really nice pace to the reading of this project. Again, landscape, you see one of the mistakes that very often architects do when requiring a project presentation or images to show their project. They focus on the building. Here we see an image of the nature. It's a beautiful image, great composition. It kind of gives you more of a context so that you can read the project better. It's just spot on, seriously. And again, beautiful timing, beautiful pace, double spread image, a very beautiful image to look at. Again, time to focus on one single aspect of the project. And now, as you can see, we pass from the exterior to the interior. This is clearly stated, beautiful tempo, reading time that you're giving me. There is one page with an image, little description, double spread of the interior. This is just perfect. Another double spread. This is a cool trick that you can use to kind of give a little bit of space for people to, you know, read the project. Stealing a little bit of the white page. This is very nice. It lets the mind wander. It's very well done. Again, beautiful double spread. I really like the tempo. You have done it perfect, really. The kitchen detail, and again, double spread. Notice the tempo, how consistent this is. Beautiful details. I can really tell that you put a lot of effort and time in making this. And that's it. final details. You put something that, you know, the client will remember at the very end. Maybe, you know, a detail like this one of the fur or the way this chair is made. It just makes people understand what you're capable of. And usually finishing with a very good detailed last image is a very good trick because people tend to remember the last things that they see. Thank you note at the end. Again, the project finishes with another beautiful image. It's a very well designed portfolio, and I'll make sure that you guys have a link so that you can go and look at the original. Now, maybe the only criticism that I have about this booklet is that at the end, where you see sort of like thank you notes and acknowledgements, I personally would have put a picture of myself, or even better, a picture of everybody in the team with a small short description like, you know, I am Fabio, I am the director, and I love pizza. This just gives a little bit of a relatable element to the portfolio because people do relate better to people than to, say, a company. Other than that, I think this is the best way that you can present your work. Thank you very much, Guillherme, for letting me use your booklet as an example. Thanks a lot to AX2 Studio for coming to the D2 conference. It was a pleasure to have the chance to meet you and talk to you. I'm gonna leave all the links in a comment below so that you guys can check them out. I think we're done. See you next week.